So in the previous class we had already discussed about the mode of heat transfer, that is conduction and convection. So in this class we will discuss how the heat is transferring through radiation. So mode of heat transfer through radiation. So we have seen that light is coming from the sun, or the sun rays are reaching to the earth and making us warm. So sun is giving the sun rays, or the sun rays are reaching to us in the form of waves. So these waves are absorbed by all matter, and the heat energy from the sun, that is transferred by a type of waves that is called infrared waves. So that is called infrared waves, and when a body absorbs infrared waves, that heats up. This type of transfer of energy, that is called radiation. So here in radiation it doesn't need a substance or particles to transfer energy. Like conduction and convection, they required medium. They need a medium to transfer heat, but radiation doesn't need a medium to travel. It can travel through vacuum. Radiations, it can travel through vacuum. So heat for conduction, the medium is solid. Heat is transferring in solid by the mode of conduction. In liquid and gases, heat transfers by convection, and heat transfers by radiation in vacuum. It doesn't need a medium to travel. So sun is not only the body to give out heat energy in the form of radiations, all the hot bodies give out infrared radiations. Not only the sun, all the hot bodies give out infrared radiations. So black surface or black color, that is known to be a better absorber of heat than white or silvery surface, because black color or non-shiny surfaces, they are the best observers and best emitters of the heat. In other side, whether it is a white surface or silvery surface, they are shiny surface. They reflect most of the heat, and they are poor absorbers and poor emitters. Now let's see what is the role of radiation in our life. We get heat from the sun, that is in form of infrared radiation. So that is a kind of radiation. And then the carbon dioxide in the air, it absorbs the infrared radiation reflected by the earth. That is why it heats up. This is called greenhouse effect, and it keeps the earth warm. Actually the greenhouse effect means the carbon dioxide in the air, that is absorbing the infrared radiations and reflecting infrared radiation reflected by the earth and heats up. This is called the greenhouse effect. Solar heaters and solar cookers, they also absorb the infrared radiations of sun to heat the substance. Surfaces of room heaters are silvery and shiny to reflect most of the heat to the air, and we wear dark color clothes in winter to absorb maximum heat, and light color clothes in summer to reflect maximum heat. So these are the some examples of radiation. Like we are getting heat from the sun, that is a kind of radiation, infrared radiation. The carbon dioxide in the air absorbing the infrared radiation reflected by the earth, that is called greenhouse effect. Solar heaters, we are using solar cookers. All these things, they absorb infrared radiations of the sun to heat the substance. Then surfaces of the room heaters, you might have seen, these are very silvery and shiny to reflect most of the heat to the air. And we are using dark color clothes in winter to absorb maximum heat, and light color clothes in summer to reflect maximum heat. So these are the few uses of radiation in our lives. So already you had learned about the expansion and contraction in the previous class. So we know that when particles of matter absorb heat energy, they start moving faster, or when particles gain energy, they move faster. When they move fast, they spread out, and this increases the space between the particles. So when the space is increasing between the particles, their volume is also increasing. This is called expansion. So expansion means when a particle is gaining the heat energy, they starts moving faster, and when they move fast, they spread out. This increase the space between the particles, and thus increasing their volume. This is called expansion. So expansion takes place in all the states of matter, like solid, liquid and gas. So we can say that when an object gets heated, it expands, and when it cools it contracts. So when an object is getting heat, it is expanding. When an object is getting cool, it is contracting. So we can say that expansion is minimum in solid and maximum in gases. You had already studied in the previous class. So expansion is very minimum in solid and maximum in gases, because solids, they are already tightly packed or compactly packed. The molecules don't have much space among them. So when they are gaining energy, they are vibrating the molecules, they are transferring the energy from one particle to another particle. So since they don't have more space or enough space in between them, there is not much expansion. And in the liquid state, the particles are loose enough to expand, so it is moderate. And it is high or maximum in gases, because gases, the particles are very loosely packed, so that in the gases expansion is very high. The gases can expand very fast and very high, at a very high rate. So if we will see some example of expansion, you might have seen that railway tracks, they are having small gaps at regular intervals, because if the railway tracks will not be, the gap will not be there, then during the summer season, the track, due to the expansion, the metals can expand by absorbing the heat, and the track, that will bump up and it can cause accident. That is why gaps are there at regular interval. Small gaps are there, so that in summer the metal expands by absorbing the heat, and when it is absorbing the heat or expanding, the length of the track is increasing. Similarly, when gaps are left between the concrete and steel bridges, because in summer the bridges come longer due to expansion, and in winter they contract. You might have seen the electric wire or in front of your home or somewhere. In summer season, electric wires, they shake down in summer due to expansion, and then in winter it contracts. So if you pour boiling water in a container made up of thick glass, it cracks. That is because of also expansion. The inner surface expands, but the outer surface doesn't expand. Then a bimetallic strip means it contains two metals strips joined together. One strip is of brass and another strip of iron. You can see as this is our bimetallic strip. Here it contains two metal, one is brass and is iron. So this is made up of two metals, two strip metals joined together, that is called bimetallic strip. So when the strip is heated, both the metals are expanding, but brass expands more than the iron. That is why at high temperature the strip bends, because the brass expands higher than the iron. And this bimetallic strip, that is used mostly in the fire alarm. It is used because it remains straight at normal temperature. It remains straight at normal temperature, but in case of fire, the strip gets hot and it bends. It touches the connector attached to the bell. Here it touches the connector which is attached to the bell, and then the circuit gets completed. This makes the bell ring. That is why it is used in the fire alarm. Here you can see this is our bimetallic strip. So when it is in case of fire, it is expanding. When in case of fire it is expanding, means it is getting bent and it is touching the connector which is attached to the bell, and the circuit gets completed. This makes the bell ring. That is why the bimetallic strip is used in the fire alarm. These are the few examples of expansion in our life. Along with this, you read your book so that you will be more clear and learn all the examples whatever is given, and all the three modes of heat transfer, that is conduction, convection and radiation. Complete the short question and question answer in your copy and learn them.